Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of the Wilder Henson Adventure shop progression. Today you're going to get to see what it was and what it has turned into here at Matt's house. Hope y'all enjoyed seeing my little cramped space in comparison to what he's got here, but I think you guys are going to enjoy it.
Yeah, so what we're gonna do is, it's kind of a backwards in time thing, but we'll get everything turned around and we'll show you what it was, because there's a 3-bedroom house built into the shop. We tear down all 3 bedrooms, we tear down, or 2 of the bedrooms, we tear down the living room, we're leaving the kitchen and one of the bedrooms. I think eventually one day it'll be turned into the reloading room, is the extra bedroom.
Well, we're leaving the bathroom too.
Oh, and a bathroom. There's a bathroom in there too. But other than that, we're tearing out the rest of it. We've cleaned out all the junk. It was just so full of junk. And before I even thought about recording, I already cleared out most of the stuff between the 2 big doors. It was just so much junk.
Yeah.
So much junk. I made a couple trips to the dump. I made 2 trips to the salvage yard with metal alone, and I think I made $168. Enough to pay for the dump.
Hey, and you know, the other thing, like, I don't know how you're looking at it, but for me, like, I'm looking around at the stuff, you know, we've sorted and whatnot. We're finding Snap-on, Matco, SK, just sockets and wrenches and picks and screwdrivers that these people just left. They left I don't know how much the original Milwaukee radio is, job site radio. They left it and it works just fine.
Yeah.
At least with a power cord.
Yeah. So, but anywho, let's get this going. We're gonna show you all the teardown. I can't remember if I had a video before we started the teardown, but anywho, you'll at least see the teardown and see what we progressed to. So let's get to that and see what it turns into.
All right, enjoy.
All right, guys, this is kind of the inside for right now. Got a bathroom, kitchen. Whee! Patrick.
Hey.
Reloading room. Electricity's off for right now, but there's actually 2 bedrooms down that way. And then a living room that's just got kind of a bunch of stuff in it right now. Or because of the freezing temperature, sorry. I had a pipe burst. So I'm actually having to tear out a lot of this sooner than what I thought it. So this is kind of a quick impromptu video for now, just to kind of show you the beginnings, because the carpet is sopping wet all the way down the hallway and even into the gun room. So we're gonna start working on pulling some of that out.
Hey guys, welcome to another day of shop work. See, Matt's back there working. I think you can see him. So today we are going to finish pulling down the ceiling and the rest of this wall back to the brown wall. I think we may have explained that once before, but if not, that's what we're doing. Once we get that done, I think we're gonna work on shop setup depending on how long that takes us. So we can start getting ready for Grandpa, because hopefully this video will finally be done before we start him. Or at least before the first video of Grandpa. But we're gonna set you guys up on time lapse and let you kind of see what's going on, and we'll come holler at you in a little bit.
All right, guys. Yeah. That's funny. While working on this, we did have a little bit of an accident. It's actually the first injury that we've had
On property.
on property. Yeah, on property.
Trying to think, is it on channel?
Is what on channel?
The first injury on channel. I mean, busted knuckles and stuff don't count.
Yeah. Now, yeah, this is the first injury. So we actually had to do surgery.
Quite literally.
Quite literally. I'll get the pictures up there too, but you can see how I'm wearing the bandage. All these boards that we knocked down, you see us knocking them down, all that, started to pick them up, and we're taking the nails and stuff out, and one of them fell over as I was moving, and I got a splinter, probably about, well, 2 splinters. It's probably about a 1/4 inch wide by about almost 1/2 inch long, jammed into my leg down almost to the bone.
Yeah.
Being the nurse I am, I said, screw that, I'm not going to see a doctor because I know how to do all the stuff anyways. So I got all my lidocaine, I got all my suture stuff, got a scalpel. Patrick numbed me up with the lidocaine,
I sure did.
and we put a nice little incision there, and I finally got a hold of it and yanked it out. But I'll show you a picture of it here shortly. But yeah, we got to do surgery on the first injury on the property and for the channel.
That took up our time for setup.
Yeah, about an hour's time's worth.
Yeah.
We were in there for an hour and a half trying to do that.
Yeah. So that's why, at the start of this segment of it, I said the plan for today was to get this all cleaned up and get some tools and stuff set up, or try figuring out what we're gonna do. And yeah, a board kicked Matt's ass, and we had to chill for an hour and a half ish to fix him up.
Yeah, well, it happens.
All right, guys. So
It's hot.
it's very hot. I think the truck said it was 104.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Just think, we started in January, March-ish, and it was like
Somewhere in there.
70 degrees.
Yeah.
So yeah, at the beginning of this video is many months early. We've done all the things you've seen up till now.
We've pulled out, there was a 3-bedroom house in I've actually measured it now. It's an 80 by 60 shop. So
Okay.
I finally measured it. It's 80 by 60.
And that's a lot of square foot.
That is a lot of square foot. So whoever had this before built a 3-bedroom, 1-bath house within about half the shop. Several months ago, we took out the first 2 bedrooms and we actually knocked out all the walls, and y'all seen pictures of that. But today we finally got the last bit of the ceiling all the tack, or all the carpet, tack strips, everything is finally out.
The wall that was here,
The wall that was there,
well, the studs,
the studs that were
and
left.
the door.
Yeah. We finally got all that done. There's walls against the shop walls I'm just not gonna jack with right now because it's holding the windows in and all that. So we're leaving it there for now.
We're losing realistically 2 inches on either side
Yeah.
of the shop. It's not enough to, it's too much work for too little gain.
Exactly. But here we are. We're all open. We've gotten this left. So all that's left is there's like a kitchen dining room area and a single bedroom. Once I get this, and a bathroom. And a bathroom.
That's important.
Once I get this closed in, which whenever that is, out there will probably be the new reloading room. So that'll get all the stuff out of the house and out here.
Yeah, we'll have a place to have snack attack,
Snack attacks.
and when we dump gas or oil or are extremely greasy, we got a shower we can rinse off in
Yeah.
before you go in your house and I get in my truck and drive out. All we got left is to put these 2x10s or 12s, whatever they are, up here and cap off that, right?
Yeah.
And then the residual
Trash.
trash and insulation.
Yeah, and building our little wall here.
Well, I mean, before we start
Oh,
the next
yeah.
thing.
So-
So yes, we're gonna frame that in, either do a center door or, I know this is a duh, but we haven't decided between a center door or whether we want it to one side or the other. Well, Matt hasn't decided what he wants. I give 2 shits, I get to use the space.
So the whole plan for this, which I wanted more shop space to begin with, but what the plan has evolved to is we're working on the overland trailer. We're gonna move it over here in this area, get it out of the way, and then Grandpa Gladiator's going on that side where we can really start tearing him down and working on it, pulling the bed off, pulling the cab off, pulling the axles out, all that stuff. So
And then we'll have all the space you can't necessarily see over there for
Yeah.
you guys to park Bo or Rocky or Beast or to
all of
work.
them.
All of
Yep.
them, or to work,
Yeah, because we've actually,
fine.
even with this house in here, I've actually had all 3 vehicles in here during a hailstorm. So,
Yeah.
And
but
once we get rid of the piano
yeah, it's gonna go to the burn pile.
and get all the other stuff situated, we'll be good to go. You'll have a big spot. And then you said you was gonna put eventually a lift over there,
Yeah.
or a lift somewhere.
Here, we'll show you guys this part. Here's what we've worked on. Here's what's left of the kitchen, dining room, bathrooms in there, and then the bedroom will be in here. It's got all our Jeep doors. Woo! Opens up to the rest of the shop. Like I said, the overland trailer that we're gonna cut down and put on its own frame. All the tools that are starting to make its way out here from Patrick's 2-car garage.
Yeah, buddy, I got
They-
room again.
Yeah, Patrick now has room in his garage where he can move around, and these are taking up no space in the shop.
I went to turn the air compressor off yesterday because I was in there airing up a basketball or something for the boys. And I could actually walk to the air compressor and touch it and turn it off without tripping over an engine stand an engine stand or a hoist or whatever.
So, that said, we've got the door over there. There's the door directly behind me. We're gonna put a lift in this generalized area. I haven't quite picked it out, but I've got workbenches over there. We've got shelving over there. In this general area, I'm gonna drop a 220. We're gonna have a welder over here. I've got a really nice, big, huge metal table to weld on. Got all the storage space I can need, and then all the rest of it will be tools and toolboxes.
Yeah, not
So-
that metal table.
Yeah, not that metal table. That's just a little cheap table.
That's a parts table.
So, but there it is. There's the shop progression thus far.
And we
We still have some other. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and this is the other part. This is the shop's 40 across, and it's got an extra 20 to 25 feet out here. And this is where we got Grandpa. And then that, interestingly enough, when we bought the property and this was here, they actually used that as a paint booth. Like the person that lived here did paint and body and whatnot, and that was a paint booth, which is
Scary.
exactly. But the wall's gonna stay, the roof is gonna stay, but that will actually be, it's concrete floored in there, but that's gonna be the new shooting platform. I'm starting to get everything started for the range and all that, and we will have a nice little shooting platform. But as I was saying, that's pretty much the progression so far. Once we get more of it done, we'll get more pictures, we'll get more video, we'll get all that other stuff up, and then we'll get an outro for the video. All right, guys, another day in the shop. We got a few things going on. The air compressor came with the house when I bought it. I say came with it because it was stuffed into another shop that they probably, or another building they probably forgot about. It doesn't have the pressure switch. We know the motor turns over. We plugged it into some electricity just to see if it turned over, and it built up some pressure. So we salvaged another pressure switch.
Yeah, off of the compressor that I got given to me by my dad. But in conjunction with this, I know you can see it over here. I was given oh man, I just forgot. I think it's a 60-gallon, this used to be an air compressor. Now it's just gonna be a reserve tank. But this was given to me by my dad Rodney's buddy, Jeeper Lee. So if you're watching, Jeeper Lee, thank you again. But so we're gonna take two, make one, and then we'll have shop air.
Yeah, and then we gotta find a place to put it.
Or at least that's the thing we're gonna attempt to do.
Yeah. And then, like you saw in one of the previous videos, we've got all of our tools. Well, Patrick just brought a whole lot more, which we'll get into all that later.
Yeah.
Right now's focus is just getting shop air going. And then once we get all that, we'll get all our tools situated. And then that'll probably be the end of this video. And then our next one will be Grandpa getting into the shop. So,
yeah, we got tires so we can move it now.
Yes.
We just gotta go get them put on a rim.
So, let's get started. And let's get this thing fixed.
All right.
All right, so let's get this thing apart. Oh, you already got that ring off.
Yeah, ring's gone.
So,
All right.
Well, on the new one, we already have the regulator and a gauge. We don't have this, but this needs to be covered.
Don't have what, this?
Yeah, this.
Well, we just don't have the shut off. So, hang on. While you still have stiffness, see if you can unscrew that first.
That's still going to be stiff. It's
Well,
a different part.
No, I'm saying, so we're not trying to hold this and then twist this off later. You know, I bet you $100 and all them tools I just brought, there's a wrench that fits
I
that.
bet you're right.
And that.
No, well, this is a square one.
But yeah, okay, yeah, that'll still stay stiff, my bad. Oh. I was watching. All right, hang on. Do we have a crescent wrench?
A what?
A crescent wrench? Crescent wrench?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, that ain't rusty.
No, the
No,
bottom of
I
that
know.
was.
I'm
Oh.
saying this isn't.
Yeah, the threads are not. But it is in here, which means this held moisture.
Well, yeah, 95% of people don't drain their air tanks on stuff they very rarely use.
Mm-hmm.
I was guilty. All right. Well, sure. We'll have to hook here.
Yeah, we'll just have to cut that. And...
as tight as I can get it, and then I'll hunt down some tape. And this will work until we can get a block off. If it wasn't 1/4 inch, it'd be easy. Because we got enough 3/8 ones still.
Yeah.
I know, guys, putting black tape on a pipe is not the right answer, but it is an answer. Oh, on that note, today we're rocking the Fox Edge. I can't remember what it is. I use it as a beater knife. So, that's the knife this week.
All right, guys, we got it together as much as possible. We've got it moved into the little corner that it's going to live in for right now. The big tank is not hooked up. We're working on that. We've got to run to the hardware store, get a few pieces. But let's flip the switch and see if it works.
All right, you ready?
Yep. Look at it go.
Both gauges are moving.
All right, guys, so we got the air done. It took a little bit of work. It took a little bit of getting some parts, and it
Took a little bit of welding.
took a little bit of welding. But it's all together, all is well. We've got the actual, we moved the air compressor outside because we didn't want to listen to it all the time.
And so we don't have to yell over it trying to make videos.
All right, guys. So that was all the tear down and the last part of getting everything together. We're to the point of, just like Patrick talked in the other video of his garage, now we're to our, these are the tools we're going to use now.
All right, so let me preface by saying we have no brand loyalty for the most part. Don't get me wrong, I love Ryobi, but you'll see we have a couple Milwaukees, and I'll explain that. But love them, hate them, whatever. We use a lot of Harbor Freight. I mean, we do have Snap-on. We've got, Pittsburgh. We've got Gear Wrench. It don't matter. Whoever has the best deal when we need said tool, that's who I'm getting, as long as it's going to work.
Yeah.
If it breaks, it turns out to be crap, then I'll buy the next better thing next time, because I don't have a lot of money.
Hey, and if you want to buy us tools, we'll be more than glad to use them.
Buy them, send them, whatever. Hey, I'm a sellout. Not really, but all right. So, let's see. In here, we just have the 3/8 drive
Ratchet.
Yep, 12 M12 ratchet, and then the M12
Impact.
3/8 impact. We also have the Ryobi 3/8 impact and the Ryobi 3/8 ratchet. He's hiding the Ryobi 1/2-inch drive big Ooga Dooga.
Oh, yeah, it stays in the truck for the most part. That way I have it when we go off-roading or whenever.
All right, and then as you can see, we got us a handy dandy magnet, a little tray. This is actually going to get hung up somewhere else, but it's just chilling for right now. But so we can put our brake clean, because you know me, that's my favorite thing. And then PB, or I'm getting ready to try and get us some Midwest Industries penetrating fluid. I've seen it all over YouTube. It's supposed to be the greatest thing since sliced bread. So I'm gonna give it a shot.
They slice bread?
Yeah. Up top, it's a little bit of everything. 1/2-inch breaker bar that I cannot get back in the hole now.
That's what she said.
Yep, it'll stay for now. we got our breaker bars and some long screwdrivers. And then just up here on top, right now until we get some more rails or some different organizers, we got our deep well 1/2 inch drive, and then our deep and shallow 3/8 drive, along with some star bits and some adapters, you know. And then, because we like magnets as well, we've got our 1/2 inch drive shallow wells. These I like because they're nice and handy. You can grab it, go, work on whatever, you know, you're under it and just stick it to the frame or the body. Good to go. Some more of those great Harbor Freight ratchets, 1/2 and 3/8. And, you know, oh, that one, the deal broke off.
Yep.
But all the wobbly extensions, not some of them, but all of them.
All of them. We need all of them.
All of them. Some universals. In here we got some picks and Allen wrenches and all our screwdrivers. Well, hang on, let me not say that. Some of the screwdrivers.
The new screwdrivers.
Yeah, well, it's all kind of new. But down here we got ratcheting wrenches and vice grips or knockoff vice grips.
Pliers.
Pliers.
Mind you, like I said in the video, when we put this thing together, this thing will probably change about 12 times before we even start on our first project.
Oh yeah, after today, it will change. Down here we just have our regular metric and standard open and closed in wrenches. And then down in the bottom,
We got our mats.
way down here, we got a couple moving blankets, you know, a dead blow to hit things.
Everything.
Yep, because, you know, to hammer everything's a nail. Kind of hiding back here in the background, we got our jack stands. We got some dollies hiding over here.
And all the tools that Patrick talked about at his garage that he doesn't need anymore all got moved out here.
Well, yeah, I'm getting to that. I'm getting that. But I was just pointing out the other stuff we have hiding out.
Gotcha.
We got the cherry picker and the engine stand and the
Transmission jack.
transmission jack. So the engine stand and the yep, cherry picker, they're all Sunex or something like that, and then Harbor Freight cheapo
Transmission jack.
transmission jack. Man, I can't think. Now, y'all seen my garage, how clean it was, how orderly I had it. Well,
It's not normal.
it's not. It hasn't been that clean since the day I moved in. But, you know, we just finished Karma up and it was time to reset everything back to 0. And Matt got the shop done. So it was time to move stuff out here so we can start working out here on Grandpa. So this toolbox and this bag are all tools that I had quadruples of. Some of them it was just triplets. Because as you've seen, I have a full stand-up toolbox. I have a full cart. I made Uriah a tool set again for his Jeep, and then this is what's left. So what we were left with in this Husky box, because I shop at Home Depot, is another brand new ratchet from Harbor Freight. What's this one? This is a Power Torque. God only knows where that thing's from. And a Husky. And a whole bunch of extensions and a few screwdrivers and more pliers of all kinds. And the foldable Torques and Allens, they're all in there. But here, that is a full set, no skips, Husky standard wrenches, a mostly full set of, with no skips, Craftsman standard wrenches, And then a full set of gear wrench ratcheting wrenches with a couple skips.
Needless to say, we got a few wrenches.
And those are SAE. Below that, we have basically the same thing again,
In metric.
but in metric. And then down here in the bottom, it's all 3/8 metric and standard, shallow wells, a couple specialty sockets in there, and a few spare impact sockets of sizes that we use on the regular. Now, in here, let me see if I can get this up here. Let's throw this on the leg. All right. Nope, this one don't. Spider, this don't count. We typically don't use that on vehicles. We've got Husky scrapers, you know, because there's always a gasket in the way. I don't even know who these picks are by, but a bunch of picks. And then, let me find the handle here. We'll just do this the easy way.
Even more sockets.
Whoa, almost fell down there. So this is a hodgepodge of, if you remember in my shop, and if you've watched any of the videos in the past before the shop tour, I had Cobalt, and Cobalt was good. I mean, I've been using it 7 years. Only thing I've ever broke is a ratcheting wrench, and you know, I commit the cardinal sin of putting chrome on impacts because it's either going to hold up or I don't need it. But we've got pretty much full sets of either Cobalt, Craftsman, Husky. This thing is just, it's a hodgepodge of just extra sockets that were left over that I didn't have room for or a need for that we could use out here.
But if we don't have the wrench, or we got to fit in another spot, or something, we've certainly got another socket.
We've got enough sockets and wrenches and impacts and ratchets that
We can turn every bolt on a vehicle at one time.
we can have 4 of us out here doing it and never need a tool that
That's-
someone else has in their hand that
Yes.
you gotta wait on.
Yes.
And guys, we're just starting.
Yep.
Yeah, you know, would it be awesome to have a $30,000 empty toolbox from Snap-on or Matco? Sure. But you know what? Every other toolbox around can hold the tools just the same. And a US General works just fine. I've got a Husky. I love my Husky. The only thing I don't like is it's not green. What do you got over there?
A Pro Steel.
You got a Pro Steel.
Hey, that was one of the other wrenches you
No,
found.
that was Power Torque.
Oh, Power Torque. Oh, okay. Yeah,
Um,
it's a Pro Steel
Yeah,
little
you know,
toolbox.
look, use the tools you got, the tools you can afford. You know, if everybody had to wait until they could afford Craftsman or Snap-on or whatever,
No one would have tools.
no one would ever work on anything and we'd be paying stealerships for everything. So, I don't care if your tools say Taiwan on them. If you can turn, it's more the mechanic than it is the tool. And any good mechanic could tell you, you know, sometimes you have to make a tool. I didn't own, when I was doing the brakes on Karma, I do not own a line wrench. Not one. However, I do own a grinder and a boxed-in wrench. Guess what? I made one
It
and
works.
it works just fine. So now I have a 3/8 line wrench.
Oh, that's greatness.
But we hope you guys are seriously enjoying the shop videos. I know all of us got burnt out on Karma. Trust me, I felt your pain. I just wanted you guys to see it. But now that you've seen how to do all that stuff on an XJ, the next one, if there is a next one, many moons down the road, once we recover from doing this one, you won't have to sit through all that stuff. It'd just be, you know, like them.
We'll just give updates.
Yeah, updates or let you see it in time lapse, because we can always reference back. But
But that was the tool portion of this. All we got left to do after this is get Grandpa moved in, and then I think we're ready to start working in the shop.
yeah, the
All right.
temperature to drop about 40 degrees would be great.
That'd be great too. All right, we'll head to that next.
All right.
Grandpa, minus the bed, which we took off, y'all didn't see, has two
New to
new-ish,
us.
yeah, tires. And as soon as Patrick turns the handle, he will be on his own weight for the first time in, well, God knows how many years.
Well, he's been on his own weight, just on 4 tires that actually hold air.
Woo!
Very anticlimactic.
All right. Well, the next step is we're probably going to move Grandpa into the shop and get him all set up. All right, guys. So we're to it. We're gonna move Grandpa. Woohoo! This is gonna be an intricate deal. I got several cameras set up, and we're gonna see what happens. We've got one power steering, like man power steering, and no brakes. So this is gonna be interesting.
I forgot I don't have
We
those.
don't have brakes, and we don't even know if we have steering either. But we're gonna try it.
It's in.
He's in.
Well, that was the easy part.
All right, guys. People watch out. We're gonna start working on Grandpa. We'll get the engines pulled out and
Engines. We got more than one?
All right, guys. This is gonna conclude the shop. We've got all the tools that we went through. We've got everything all set up, all that good stuff. Grandpa is in. So that's gonna conclude at least the shop video. You'll actually see a different video with Grandpa actually being pulled in and all that other good stuff. So, yay. Woohoo! We at least got the shop done. Other than that, if you like what you see, like and subscribe.
Share.
It helps us out immensely.
Yeah.
Share it too. Yes, we do have a Facebook page, The Wilder Henson Adventures on Facebook. So, other than that, you got anything?
Nope.
All right, and then that'll conclude the shop progression because we're to the point where we can work on stuff now.
Heck yeah. Time to start tearing this apart and hopefully finding some trails.
That would be awesome. So yeah, hopefully we can either get some other trail ride videos up here. We got the Grandpa moving in, all that good stuff. So
It takes up a 2-bedroom.
he does. He does. He's taking up 2 of the bedrooms that were here, but that's all right. My overland trailer takes up the living room.
Hey. Yeah, if you're cold, they're cold. All right, guys.
All right, guys.
We'll see you Friday.
Bye, guys.
Bye.